Hello dear students. So far in the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variations, we have studied the three laws of inheritance proposed by Mendel. These three laws are law of dominance, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. And all these three laws he proposed based on his work, based on his experiments on garden pea. So let us analyze his work. First, let us see what were the advantages of using Pisum sativum for his experiment. There were many advantages. Few I have mentioned. First, garden pea or Pisum sativum is an annual plant. So the advantage was that he could repeat, he could perform many generations because the time duration for the complete life cycle was very short. So he could perform many experiments and he could observe the results for many generations. So that was the first advantage. And also this pea plant is very easy to grow. Next is the flowers present in Pisum sativum are cleistogamous flowers. Cleistogamous flowers are the closed flowers where the stamens and stigma are closed. So the advantage was that anytime he could do the selfing, and the flowers are so big that very easily he could perform the artificial hybridization. He could do the emasculation. So he could do both the cross pollination as well as selfing with ease. Then third, he studied many characters, mainly the 7 characters. And in all these 7 characters, there were contrasting traits. There was no blending trait. For example, let us see few examples like stem height. There were plants either very tall or very dwarf. There were no intermediates. Likewise, flowers were either purple or white. Seeds were either round or wrinkled. Even the seed color were either green or yellow. So all these traits were contrasting. That was also the advantage. Then each progeny, each life cycle produced many progeny. So the number of organisms could be produced in large amount. In pea plant, one fruit has got around 8 to 10 seeds. Likewise, one plant could produce so many seeds in hundreds. So when you take many plants or many organisms or samples for studying, the result analysis is more reliable. So he could analyze his work on large sample. So as a result, the data was more reliable because of large progeny. And there was some kind of bit of luck also. Whatever 7 characters Mendel studied, these all 7 characters were luckily on 7 different chromosomes. As a result, he was not confused and he could propose his laws with ease. So these were some advantages of taking Pisum sativum as his experimental specimen. So this gave him an edge and he could perform the experiment very easily. And his results were very clear. But apart, in spite of studying, in spite of giving these laws, his work remained very not known to most of the people till 1900. What were the reasons? Let us find out the reasons for it. Mendel proposed the laws of inheritance in 1865. Today, we regard him as father of genetics, but his work remained unrecognized for a very long time. Till 20th century, his work could not be recognized. Let's find out the reason. The first reason was lack of communication during that time. And then second reason was his work was published in a very unrecognized, unknown journal. The third reason was the concept of genes, which he used as alleles, could not be experimentally proved. He considered alleles as a discrete unit which pass on from one generation to other generation, but he could not experimentally prove it. Then he was a mathematician, and many biologists of his time were not very pleased and convinced by his use of mathematics in the field of biology for proposing the laws. So that was beyond that understanding of those biologists at that time. So his work was not much appreciated. And also his concept of genes today, which we know, could not be identified at that time. So these were the main reasons why his work remained unrecognized till 1900. So today we have studied that how his work was so exemplary based on the pea plant, and also how he remained unlucky that his such exemplary work could not be recognized during his lifetime. But later on, many scientists again performed his work. They reproduced his work and found out that his work was so exemplary. So in the next class, we will study about the rediscovery of the Mendel's work, and we will study about chromosomal theory of inheritance, which is an extension of Mendel's laws of inheritance. Thank you.